It's been a while since our last conversation. We're out
Mhm.
of the primary now. We're in the final month of this election. It's the 9th of October when we're recording this now. How are you feeling? What's the vibe like out there?
Good vibes, a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, momentum behind our movement to ensure that we have responsible, competent, and experienced leadership to move our city forward. So we are very proud of the race that we've run, the numerous residents that we've touched, and even now with it being October 9th, we actually have a town hall tonight in District 7 where we're continuing to go out and to listen and to touch and to engage and to elevate the issues that matter to Detroiters.
I've been to a couple of those town halls, not all of them,
Mhm.
and it's been interesting to see how you basically outline your policy agenda. You
Mhm.
say, "Here's the stuff that I've done. Here's the stuff that I want to do. What do you guys make of that?" And it's a real kind of back and
Yeah.
forth dialogue with residents.
Yeah.
What's come out of that? Have there been any kind of like significant changes or things that you've reconsidered or added to your platform that brought up by people?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, we always take into consideration comments and concerns that were raised during our forums to go back and add that into our policy. Some of our 100-day goals, whether it's in housing or education or public safety, the community knows best what is needed in their neighborhoods. And so, yes, we've made a lot of adjustments, and we're always reminded that there's so much work to do in Detroit. But I'm very encouraged to have partnerships and the collaboration that I believe is going to be needed to help ensure that we get those issues addressed.
Housing and neighborhoods are really
Yes.
big themes in this race. We have a rising homelessness problem in the city.
Hmm.
Statistically, it's gotten worse since the pandemic,
Hmm.
particularly for single women with children. That's like
Yeah.
the biggest percentage of people that are cost burdened as well as housing
Mhm.
insecure. I know you want to create a task force and an office to address housing issues, but tell me more detail about
Yeah.
what you want to
So
do.
not really a task force. So what we want to do is have a singular focus on the issue of homelessness and housing. Right now, all of our homeless work is a partner with our housing and revitalization department that also focuses on the development of housing. So we believe it's important to have a singular focus on homelessness and housing from a human services standpoint to provide the wraparound services that are needed to the families who are the most vulnerable in our city. I also believe that there should be more of a approach to prevention, ensuring that we're providing direct rental assistance, direct money towards eviction diversion efforts, and building more permanent supportive housing here in the city of Detroit. And so that would be my goal, is to ensure that families have the wraparound and social services safety net that they need, but also develop more permanent supportive housing.
I'm not sure people really understand what supportive housing is. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not talking about shelters. We're talking about
No,
transitional.
this is housing where, we place someone who is homeless in housing, permanent housing, but we also provide the wraparound services that are needed. So whether it's education, mental health, drug addiction, they are housed first and then they get the treatment while they're there versus, you have to get clean first before you go into housing.
Mhm.
We actually place you into housing first and provide the wraparound care that is needed for you to be successful and to succeed.
That wraparound care is kind of like the foundation for solving other issues.
Exactly.
I was reading a city report that was sent to the U.S. Housing and Urban Development, at the federal government.
Hmm.
And this is a long walk, so just bear with me for a second. But it said that most of Detroit's rental stock is it's available for under $1,000 per month. But a lot of them are in really rough shape, and a lot of them are just unsafe to live in.
Hmm.
And in talking about this online, people have convinced me that there's actually a greater need for home repair than building new affordable housing. We have enough housing units to serve our population, but they're not decent. They're not
Hmm.
safe. And some of them aren't affordable too. So it's kind of shifted my thinking around that. In terms of prioritization, do we think that building or rebuilding a lot of these derelict homes are more important than building new ones? A lot of what's being built isn't
Hmm.
necessarily affordable for people in that
Yeah.
lowest income situation.
I mean, I think a combination of both. I've been a huge advocate for home repair grants, and we've also have undertaken a massive preservation effort in Detroit, preserving thousands of affordable units in our city. And I think there should be an equal focus on both. I think if we preserve existing affordable units, that's great, but also developing more single-family homes that are for women with children, those who have larger families could be a better approach as well. But I think with the need of housing that we have in Detroit, I think both options are what we should approach from a very aggressive standpoint.
There's the 0% home loan
Yep.
program for people to
Yep.
repair their houses. There also was the ARPA program that will be
Yep.
going away
Yep.
that provided a home for repairs for seniors, roof repairs, and window
Yeah,
repairs?
and so that program won't go away. Just the significant amount of funding that we got from ARPA, which was a $40 million allocation
Mhm.
that allowed us to serve more residents, is what we are going to be losing. However, every year I've put money into that budget. And even this year, I put $2.5 million.
Mm.
So it will continue. And we've already had some very productive conversations with the hospitals, foundations, and others who are willing to step up to ensure that we sustain the level of support that we've been giving residents to date.